We'll get started. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our senior conference orientation. We're so excited that we are so close and to have our seniors on campus. So this is a little bit of what we'll talk about. We'll do welcomes, we'll do intros, kind of a full overview of all of senior conference, the goals, community expectations, safety and support, check in and check out, what students should be bringing. We'll look at the schedule in depth, roommates, and then the rest of the time is yours to ask us any questions you may have. So, welcome. So, same staff that you're seeing is same staff that will be with your students. So, my name is Ninoska. I am our Tribal Sites Technology Education Lead. I'm based in Madison, so I'll be one of the first faces that students see once they get to campus, along with most of the rest of the Madison-based staff, since our tribal staff will be traveling with them. Julie?
Hi, I'm Julie Hagstrom. I'm the Student Success Outreach Specialist in Lac du Flambeau. Many of you know me or have met me in the past at other conferences. Um, Nino and I will be picking up students at Lac du Flambeau and bringing them down, and then students will come from Oneida as well. So we are welcoming all of our seniors, and we're excited to have you.
And I'm Mary
Okay.
Kay Dickinson. I'm the academic lead for the tribal sites. Um, as you know, based in Hartford, but Madison is my home site. And Julie and I will be bringing home the Flambeau kids from the conference. So Nino's taking them and I'm bringing them back. And again, if you have any questions for any of us, we're all here to help.
Yeah, so our Oneida students will be traveling with Happy on the bus. Happy was not able to join us today, but if you've participated in any other conference, it'll be same style pickup at Oneida High School, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. So let's talk about big overview of senior conference. So senior conference, it's our last opportunity before our students graduate to bring them all together on UW-Madison campus. At this point, a lot of our students know where they're going to go to college. Some of them are going to Madison, some of them are not. But this is our chance to grow them into confident leaders as they get ready for that transition. You will notice a lot of our activities during this weekend is setting them up for success as they start to transition, whether that is getting an opportunity to sit in on a college lecture or meeting real life college students who are current students, and understanding a little bit about how they balance their workload and how they navigate campus. This is also an opportunity for them to build a supportive and engaging community with their peers, professionals, foster collaboration, a sense of belonging, and a shared growth. So, our students that matriculate to Madison will become People Scholars, and this is also a great opportunity for them to meet the People staff and also meet some of the students that will be joining them as People Scholars, whether that is ITA Madison or the rest of the People program. They'll develop some college readiness to prepared as they are transitioning to college. They'll also do social readiness, navigate interactions with peers and professors effectively. As mentioned, some students will get the opportunity to sit in on a college lecture, so they'll get to navigate what that is like. And then we're also building emotional readiness, develop that resilience, self-awareness, and the ability to manage stress and adapt to new situations, especially as they get to talk to our current staff that is college students.
The goals of the conference, by the end, we are hoping that students will have experienced UW-Madison environment firsthand. For many of the students, this is going to be their second or third time on campus, so we're very excited about that. They should be getting a little more comfortable with the layout of campus and how to get around. Gaining insight into college level courses and expectations, sitting in on those lectures. We did one for fall conference, and that was really fun. So there'll be one on AI. So I think that's going to be really interesting. A lot of different choices of things that they can do. We'll be touring the Capitol, so they'll gain some awareness of civil engagement and the political process. Again, practicing teamwork and community building with their peers, celebrating their achievements, and building confidence in presenting their projects. And I can't read that last line, Nino.
And practice test-taking strategies. So the big
Ah,
thing for our students who will be matriculating to UW-Madison, you get to take your math placement exam. We know that's not super exciting, but we know that it is necessary. That is what determines which level math course you will be taking. And by doing this at senior conference, you get to take it free of charge. Otherwise, you have to pay for your placement testing. So people takes care of paying for that. And this is a great opportunity to practice some of those test taking strategies that Mary Kay talked about your junior year and put them into practice as you get ready for that math placement test.
excuse me, community expectations are the same for all of our conferences. Be present. We want you to participate fully in all the sessions and activities. Unfortunately, even if you have family and friends that live in Madison, we can't have any visitors. We have a very tight schedule. We're very busy, and we want students' attention to be focused on themselves and their peers and staff and all the things that we are providing for them for the conference. So no visitors. We expect everyone, students and staff alike, to be respectful of each other, treat presenters with kindness and professionalism, and respect quiet hours in buildings. Be responsible by taking care of all your belongings and your ITA equipment. Be open to trying new activities and connecting and meeting new people and sharing your voice and your ideas. It's a much longer version is in the ITA Code of Conduct and Community Standards in the ITA Handbook, but this is just a shortened reminder. Safety and support. So supervision, we always maintain a 10-to-1 student to staff ratio whenever they're with us, whether it's cohorts or conferences or what have you. Students will always stay in the designated areas at all times. We're not having students wander off to unsupervised outings or anything like that. If in any case of illness or emergencies, staff is notified immediately, and students follow all staff directions, UW-Madison rules, and building safety guidelines. Misconduct is again outlined in our full code of conduct, and we follow all the university policies and the Wisconsin Administrative Code. So just real quick, these are the things that are strictly prohibited: bullying, harassment, discrimination of any kind, fighting, aggressive behavior, threats, intimidation, possession of anything that's illegal like tobacco or vaping or alcohol or illegal drugs or weapons, explosive, dangerous items, and any kind of sexual activity or inappropriate physical contact. All of those can be a disciplinary action and can be leading to expulsion from the program as well. So the university and ITA take those very seriously. And medications. Students will be allowed to administer and manage their own medications. They are not allowed to distribute their medications to other students and staff. Medications have to be in the original bottle with the name, and ITA staff cannot administer any kind of medication. So if a student ends up with a bad headache or something, like we will accompany them to Walgreens to buy some Tylenol or what have you, but we cannot give students anything, even if it's over the counter. Mary Kay.
I'm the next part is about checking in and checking out. Your parents may authorize another adult to check you in or out through their health survey. The health form survey will be shared this Friday. Make sure you include the authorized adult contact information. And just so that we're clear, we're all going to know who can pick up and that so that we can ensure the safety of our students.
Mhm. And we'll make a quick note. We know some of our students are already 18, and that comes into question a lot. Can I check myself in or out? For university standards, we still have to treat you as a minor, so we still need parents to be completing that health form. Email will come from me on Friday, and you will have until April 20th to fill it out. Sooner the better, but We need all information if anybody else is checking students in or out in that health form.
All right, items to bring. I'm going to say this about every 3 times. Please bring your calculator. Please bring a calculator. Bring your IT computer, the charger, the lanyard with our names on it. If you have your cell phone along, which I'm sure you do, cell phone and charger, a pencil and a non-graphing calculator. We may have a few available, but it's best to think that you're going to bring your own pencils and your own calculator. It just ensures that you have all the things that you need. You will need an ID. Driver's license if you have it. Your school ID also works. So if you want to have your Lakeland or one of your Green Bay High School or Shawano, your ID is required for not only checking into the hotel room, but it also is check in if you're taking the math test when I take you over to that. Change it closer 2 days, keeping in mind the ever-changing weather in Wisconsin. Today, for example, I left Hartford at 37, got to the Dells at 69, and now I think it's back down again and raining. So yeah, it changes. Comfortable walking shoes, really comfortable walking shoes, guys. Sleepwear, cold weather clothing, raincoat or an umbrella just in case it does rain. All of the necessary toiletries and medications, like Julie said, that we cannot give out Tylenol or aspirin or any of that kind of stuff. We can walk you to purchase that, but we cannot give anything out. If extra money for souvenirs or additional snacks, we are going to State Street and extra snacks that are easily transportable. Here's our tentative schedule. You are going to actually get a schedule that you can keep with you so you know where everything is and what you need to be at. But you're going to travel from your sites to Madison. Breakfast is not provided, so please eat before boarding the bus or bring a granola bar. Departing from Lakeland at 8:10 a.m. and departing from Oneida High School at 9. Lunch and welcome will be at the hotel that we're staying at. We will not be checking in at that time. It's too early, but you will have ability to lock up your bags and all those kind of things. But the lunch and the welcome will be at our hotel. We're going to take a campus visit. We're going to have all kinds of cool, fun things. They're calling it Badger Buddy Day. So we've been planning. It's pretty cool. After that, we're going to tour the Capitol building, and there's even more cool surprises there. Then visiting State Street. And finally, we're going to have the cards again to go to the Memorial Union and have our dinner. That way, everybody can pick which restaurant they'd like to go to. After that, we're going to come to the Pile, I think, Pile
Pile.
Center? Pile
Mhm.
Center.
Mhm.
There'll be some workshops and some end of the day wrap up time. And as we get back to the hotel, that's when you're going to get your room and you get yourselves checked in. Both Julie and So Happy are going to be on the floor. I also will be there, and we'll make sure that everybody gets where they need to be. Saturday breakfast is at our hotel. It is an off-campus hotel, so it's a little bit different than when you've been to the Fluno Center. Then ITA seminar, or those of you coming with me to Badger Sign-In Day, we will be heading to, we'll all go to one together, and then we'll go off to the site that we're going to. If you're going to People Badger Sign-In Day, we have a whole different set of activities. If you're staying for the ITA seminar, there's some cool activities that are planned for that day as well. At the end is the closing. That's me. I'll be doing the closing and getting ready for departure. And again, I will depart to Lac du Flambeau with I think, 2 students and Julie. So it'll be a fun-filled weekend. Oh, and remember to bring your calculator.
Non-graphic calculator.
Non-graphing.
Right.
Non-graphing. Yeah,
And
just a
pencils.
regular old one you'd use to just add something up.
Yeah.
Roommates will be assigned by gender and with instructor recommendations. They have all been assigned and are all ready to go. Students will be encouraged to eat their meals with their roommate. There is a small number from us tribal sites this year, so we're all just going to eat together. We're all just one big happy family. Contact information, Julie's number's on there and just So Happy's number on there. Most of you should have those information because I know that they make text messages. When you get there on the little card that says where we're going to be, there will also be my number so that you can if you need to contact me. I think that's
Yeah.
about it.
And then rest of the times is questions. So feel free to pop them in chat or come up mic. So when is the math placement test in the schedule? Math placement test will be taking during the People Badger signing day. I don't remember exact time. I do know that there's activities that will take place before placement test, and I believe it's right after lunch.
Yeah,
Um,
we head over at 1, test is at 1:30. Bring your non-graphing calculator.
Yeah, don't forget it.
Don't forget it.
If you forget it, we've had students who've had to take the placement test with no calculator. We do not recommend doing that because you want to make sure you give your best effort to end up in a math class that is going to be beneficial to you. So make sure you have a calculator. We cannot promise we'll have any or that people will have any. You don't want to be left with taking this without a calculator.
Oh, this just in from Happy, who's on her way to the Dells where I am for WIEA. She said she will be sending out a text reminder about, and I'm sure Julia will probably do the same thing about that calculator.
Mhm. Here's a question. Can they use the calculators on their phone? Or do they have to not have their phones?
I don't know how it is anymore, but we used to not be allowed to bring phones in. So,
No, you can't. You can't.
That's what I
They
um,
have,
thought.
that's why they have to have the non actual
Mhm.
calculator
The
and the
actual
number 2
calculator.
pencil.
Mhm.
Old school way of doing things.
Yes, I'm sure they're available at Walmart.
99 cents or a dollar and a quarter at the dollar store.
Exactly. The old-fashioned kind.
yeah. Julie, will you let LUHS know that students will be out on Friday?
That is a two-step process, so I do let the school know. However, whenever a student is missing from LUHS, they have to go to the office and get a absence form that is signed by a parent and returned to the student office. So I back that up by letting the student or the student staff at the high school know who will be out, but that's also what they require. And more of that information will be coming out as well as reminders.
What time will we be back on Saturday? So all students will be departing Madison at 4 o'clock on the dot, whether that is going on the bus back to Oneida or going on the van with Mary Kay and Julie back to Flambeau. So I would say anywhere between 6:30 to 7 p.m. students should be back. Um, Support staff that is traveling with students will send more accurate ETAs once they are on the road and know what time they are heading out. The plan is to get everybody at 4 o'clock on the dot. For students who are doing People Badger signing day, that will be right after your test is done. You'll go back to hotel, grab your stuff, grab to go lunch, and you will get right on the bus. So we are sticking to that 4 o'clock. Any other questions? One thing we will mention, as Mary Kay mentioned in schedule, you will not get to check into your rooms till 8 p.m. So make sure that you have only what is necessary with you on Friday, because you will be doing a lot of walking around. So you don't want to have to carry a backpack with your computer and everything else. So make sure you only take with you what's necessary for Friday and you have that separate so we can drop and go.
And you will not need your technology all day during the day.
But we will be walking all day. So do be prepared for that.
And last call for any questions. Well, we won't hold you guys till 8. Oh, there's another question. Oh,
No, just a
there's
thank
not
you.
just a thank you. If
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
any more questions, please reach out. This is not the last communication you will be getting for senior conference. Again, you'll be getting an email from me on Friday with that health form. Very important that we have that health form in hand before students get to campus. So deadline will be outlined in email. You will continue to receive communication from support staff on Mondays, and then from me as we get closer to event. But if anything comes up between now and any of that communication, feel free to reach out to let us know. That is what we're here for. Otherwise, thank you all so much for joining us.